Love it. It's just like not serious. And I think one of the coolest things that you can be is like funny and strong. This next car is sort of the only absolutely unobtainable car on this entire list. Okay, and it was also born out of wanting to beat their neighbor. In the late 70s, BMW wanted to beat Porsche at Group 5. So they partnered with Lamborghini, and together they developed the BMW M1, the first M car. It's the only BMW that is a wedge. Like, BMW never really made a supercar. They've powered a number of supercars, but this is a BMW branded wedge-shaped car designed by the king of the wedge, Giorgetto Giugiaro, the designer of the century. Literally, that is an award that he won, which is pretty impressive. Like, how long have they been giving awards? Who was the designer of the century in like the 1800s? Was there even a 1700s designer of the century? Like, pretty bold for whoever was giving it that award out. They took 40 of their first cars and they started this race series that took place on F1 weekend. It happened on Saturday. The top 5 fastest guys from F1 practice would automatically get 1 through 5 in this race, which, dude, is insane because they were also competing against guys who weren't F1 drivers. And there's all these photos of them on F1 tracks, just like 40 deep. There is no way I will ever be able to have one. They only built like 460 of them, and like 60 of them are race cars. Just suck. Before we reveal the final car on the list, why don't you do your boy a favor, hit that subscribe button, go to speed.co, get yourself some merch. We also have really funny license plate frames now. All right, final BMW on the list. What's it gonna be, guys? Every single generation of BMW's legendary sports car, the M3. Every single one of them. The BMW M3 is one of the greatest cars, if not the greatest car ever created. First one, big box fender flares. Winningest race car in race car history. The second one, everyone kind of hated on it. Guess what? It turned into one of the most usable, awesome enthusiast cars in the history of the planet. Then they built the E46, the peak of BMW naturally aspirated straight 6 engine. I have an S54 in my project car. It rips. Then they put a V8 in it. A lot of people were like, a V8 in an M3? I think that is one of the best sounding cars ever made. Then F80, twin turbo, straight 6. Kind of an F-boy car, but like they are fast as. And then finally the G80 M3. If you thought the F80 M3 was fast as, the G80 really kind of made a lot of old school guys be like, well, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, what do I do? There's not a single bad M3. One of the most influential cars in the history of cars. How many people have claimed to make an M3 killer? Every single car company ever. And I think if everyone's out to get you, you got a target on your back because you're the best, and everyone's trying to take you down, and they can't. I can't think of a cooler thing than that. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me and Jesse and Zach's ego. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means so much to me. I love making these videos, and I love when you guys watch them. BMWs are fun, and so is talking about them. All right, I love you. Before we get into it, the day is finally here. Speed Book Club is a go. We made a Discord for it. It's live. There's a poll to vote for our first book. Links in the description. Go vote. Let's read and learn and talk about it. And now, cars. It is 2025, which means cars from the year 2000 are now legal to import into the United States from anywhere in the world. If you have $250,000, you can get yourself an R34 Skyline GTR. I don't have $250,000. Do you? No, me neither. Luckily for guys like us, there's still a bunch of cars from across the globe that are exotic, unique, fun, affordable, that you can drive and stand apart from the crowd. I had to dig deep. Some of these cars you may not have heard of before. Let's do it. Starting out absolutely strong as hell with a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, V6, French, hatchback? Huh? Sacre Bleu, sign me up. The Renault Clio V6 has been on my greasy little I want that list since I first discovered it while playing Gran Turismo as a wee little lad. The entire concept of this car is confusing in the most awesome ways possible. So Renault took the most mundane of mundane tiny little commuter cars and they said, what if we made the engine bigger and put it in the back? The result is a wide-body 252 horsepower former grocery getter that you can't fit groceries in anymore because the place that you used to put the groceries is now full of engine. It's got 2 seats, a 6-speed transmission, and if you lift off the throttle mid-corner, you'll probably die. Honestly, this is one of the coolest things that France has done since they chopped the heads off of all their rich people. I'm not saying that you should do that, by the way. So the predecessor to this car was the Renault Turbo 2, and I saw one in the Whole Foods parking lot one time and looked at it for like 20 minutes. If I saw this car in a parking lot, I would probably move there. And in California, you're allowed to live in a parking lot at Whole Foods. I poked around on the internet a little bit, and it looks like you can pick one of these things up for around $35,000 to $45,000 plus whatever it costs to bring it over here. So I'm saying if an R34 Skyline costs $250,000 and you can get one of these for like 40 grand, it's a no-brainer. This thing will definitely stand out. It's cool as hell. It's from Gran Turismo. Those are most of the boxes that a Skyline ticks anyway. This thing rules. On a scale of 1 to 5, 0 being don't want and 5 being gotta have that, 4.9. One of the craziest things they've ever made in the world. And by they, I mean the world. It's one of the craziest things that man has ever made. All right, next up, we got the S15 Silvia Varietta. S15s became legal to import to the United States last year, but in the year 2000, they made a very special S15 Silvia, the Silvia Varietta convertible. I'm not a big convertible fan, but some convertibles look good, and this is one of them. Because it's a convertible, it's somehow more pimp. And the way that I build this car would reflect the fact that it is just a little bit more pimp. So I would like slam this thing on some big old chrome works. Maybe I'd do an engine swap, make it turbo. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'd just rock it NA with the auto and just cruise down the main drag of whatever town I'm living in this fantasy. Or go full drift build. Have one of those roll cages on the convertible and you look like a side-by-side, and that's pimp too. That's cool. On a scale of 5, strong 3. All right, if you are one of the many car enthusiasts out there who is upset about how big cars have gotten in recent years, then you are in luck, pal, because have I got a little car for you. As of now, you can legally import the 6N Volkswagen Lupo GTI. All right, what is a Lupo GTI, you might ask? Well, imagine, if you will, a normal Volkswagen GTI. This thing is not 1, but 2 sizes smaller than that. Lupo GTI is a GTI. It's got a 1.6 liter inline 4 that made about 123 horsepower. Now, this might not sound like a lot of horsepower, but combined with the fact that it's so lightweight, it offers very impressive acceleration and agility, reminiscent of the original Mark I GTI. If you want a small front-wheel drive car with like some modern amenities that doesn't feel absolutely terrifying to drive, I say absolutely, because I bet it is a little bit terrifying to drive. This car is it. And you can buy them for between $8,000 and $15,000. On a scale of 1 to 5, solid 3. If I had an extra 3 square feet in this garage, I would get one. All right, next up we got the TVR Tuscan Speed 6. TVR is an insane company for a million reasons. One, the guy who started the company was named Trevor, and the original name of the company was Trev Car, as in cars made by Trevor. He later changed it to TVR, which apparently stands for Trevor Wilkinson Racing, but that doesn't make sense because Wilkinson starts with a W, not a V. So I like to think that it's T-R-E-V-R, Trevor. Then this dude, Peter Wheeler, a chemical engineer and wealthy TVR enthusiast, bought the company. And Peter was like, I'm not changing anything, let's run it. In fact, let's make it more Trev car. The car is called the Tuscan. It's a straight 6, naturally aspirated, making almost 400 horsepower, which was insane for 2000. These things sound very crazy, super high strung. This car is insane looking. You can get it in like a weird purple color that looks like a Nike Foamposite. Super rare. I think it's like so original that I don't even know if it's cool. Like, it's like if you can't pull off a cane, then maybe you couldn't pull this car off. I mean, I respect the hell out of this car, but I don't want one. I'm not cool enough. If you are like me and you grew up watching CKY DVDs, Bam Margera's Nagaro Blue B5 S4 was at one point your absolute dream car. Then you found out that there was an even cooler, faster one that we never got here in the United States. The B5 Audi RS4 Avant is the second Audi RS car ever. Audi took the already great S4 Avant and handed it over to Cosworth, where they improved just about everything without going overboard or making it undrivable. You could legitimately buy one of these, drive it every day, and not sweat it at all. It's got bigger brakes. It's got cooler wheels. It's got better seats. It's got a freaking Alcantara steering wheel. And most importantly, it's got a tuned version of the S4's 2.7 liter twin-turbo V6 that makes 375 breezy German horsepower. That is a lot of horsepower today, but in the year 2000, that's freaking insane, especially considering for the fact that the RS4 was only available as a wagon. There was just something so foreign about this car when it came out. It just looked so European, so classy, so prestigious. I think you can get an Audi RS4 wagon for like $35,000 to $70,000, which isn't cheap, but if you want help getting started saving money, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. I started using Rocket Money when I realized how much money I was wasting on subscriptions that I didn't really use anymore. Once you connect your bank account, Rocket Money identifies all of your subscriptions that you're paying for in a list, and from there you can select the ones that you don't want anymore, and Rocket Money may be able to help you cancel them with just a few taps. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when you use the app's premium features. Overall, they've helped customers save over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. That's a lot of RS4 wagons. All right? To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/speed or click the link in the description to get started for free. That's rocketmoney.com/speed to get started for free. And now that we've saved all of this money, why don't we go buy a 25-year-old yellow all-wheel drive turbo hatchback? Okay, the 8L Audi S3. This might be the most slept-on car on this entire list. They're an oddly fancy 2000s hatchback. It looks like a dog whose head is too big for its body somehow, but like still very handsome. 225 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and it's got a 1.8T Volkswagen engine, so getting parts would be super easy. It's an exotic car that looks exotic, but you can buy parts at AutoZone. It's like a Golf, but handsome. I'm telling you, it's a handsome car. I really think I might around and get one of these, dude. These are rule. It's a big year for all-wheel drive Volkswagens. So we got the Audi S3. We also have Mark IV 4Motions becoming legal this year. So that is Golf, Golf Wagon, Bora, which is the European Jetta. So if you want an all-wheel drive Jetta, which is kind of sick, you're in luck because they're legal now. And if you want one that looks insane, that is basically the same car, get yourself a Seat Cupra 4, which is made by a company called Seat, which is Spanish, which was owned by the Volkswagen Group, and is basically a Mark IV with a much weirder body on it. So we're starting to see here with this Volkswagen Group of cars that all share, you know, basically the same engines and the same platforms and stuff. Everything just kind of started being the same. In the year 2000, global car production reached its like peak, but they only sold 75% of the cars that they made, and because of that they were like rolling back production. And one of the things that they decided to do because of that is like share platforms across different car companies to develop one platform, put a bunch of different cars on top of it, and sell them all everywhere. This is why in coming years there's going to be less and less stuff to import, because everything just kind of started being the same. Basically this idea of like forbidden fruit and cars that we lusted after when we were kids and never got here is kind of over. That's just how the world turns, baby. Which is kind of cool. We started getting everything. It's good. We just can't make videos like this anymore. So. The 90s is often referred to as the golden era of Japanese cars, and a lot of the goldenest era cars from Japan became legal to import last year. I mean, Japan went hard in 1999. Put that on guard. Last year, we started being able to import Toyota Altezas, which is the Japanese version of the IS300. Well, in 2000, Toyota released the Toyota Altezza Gita, aka the Altezza Wagon. It's got the same high revving 3S GE beams, or you can get it with a naturally aspirated 2JZ GE. The Beams engine has a lot of history in JGTC. In fact, that top secret Supra didn't have a 2J in it. It had a 3S GE. One cool thing about the Gita is that it did come with a manual option. The IS300 Sport Cross never did in America. So if you want yourself a right-hand drive, manual Toyota Altezza wagon with a super rev-happy 4-cylinder that was big in Japanese racing, very cool car. Very specific kind of. I'd say this is right in the middle. It's a 3. Are you a small business who wants to get a limited amount of eyes on your logo for cheap? May I suggest wrapping a weird van in your logo? Oh, I've got a couple of picks for you. May I suggest the Toyota Estima? It looks like a spaceship and comes with some pretty freaking gnarly options. Volkswagen Caravelle got a facelift in 2000, available with a diesel or a VR6. Or if you have like a vape company or something, may I suggest a Mercedes Vita. They also made a Brabus edition. The SUVs in America kind of killed van life, but that didn't happen in other countries. So van culture took off in other countries and kept going. So there's all kinds of like really premium vans that we never got here. So if you're into vans, take a look, because there's some wild ones out there. I'd say more than any vehicle on this list, importing a van is a good idea. 2000 was also a great year for big Japanese sedans that you can turn into VIP cars or four-door drift cars. They're kind of like a final frontier of JDM stuff that we didn't get. The JZX 110 is the final generation of the Toyota Mark II sedan, and you can get it with a bunch of engines. If you're watching this video, you probably want one with a 1JZ GTE because that is the fast one. If you want an even bigger Toyota with a 1JZ GTE in it, the JZS 171 Toyota Crown Athlete is a big body sedan with a turbocharged 1JZ GTE in it, and it's available as a wagon. The JZS 171 Crown Athlete Estate. If I were to get a Japanese big body sedan, I might go totally wild and get a Toyota Origin, which is now legal to import from Japan. I have no idea why these things were made. I just like that it exists. There's a couple of really exciting Australian cars that you can import this year. Australia is fun because it's like other America. So it's kind of like going to your cousin's house and playing with their toys. This year, you can import a Holden HS